I don't know. I could be wrong about that. You guys can tell me. Maybe Nintendo had something, but I don't really follow Nintendo that much. But this is okay. So this is huge news. This is not even news. It's a leak that might be true. So this is from Game Rant. Leaker teases potential Microsoft Nintendo partnership coming later this year. This could be huge. A person behind multiple accurate video game related leaks suggests that the deal between Microsoft and Nintendo is in the works. Rumor has it that when Microsoft first decided to enter into the console market, the company executives approached Nintendo. This is a funny story. Yeah, so they offered the Japanese company, and they apparently laughed out of the room. Imagine just going up, yeah, we'll buy you for this much money. I actually wonder how much the actual figure was back then, because Nintendo's probably worth a lot of money now, billions of dollars. I don't know how much they're worth, but they're probably worth a lot of money. Um, but imagine going there and just getting. I could just imagine that like in a movie, just coming in and just getting your laughed out of the room. That's funny. The two companies. Okay, but now, now some 2 decades later, it seems as though the two companies may once again be in discussions about some kind of partnership between the two tech giants. And if recent rumors are to be believed, it could come to fruition later on this year. On somewhat reputable leaker has taken to Twitter to reveal that an announcement about a deal with Microsoft and Nintendo could be coming in fall, although they provide very little information as to what the potential partnership might actually entail. Naturally, this has to lead to an immense speculation, with many people replying to the tweet to give their thoughts on what, if anything, might be in the store. Sure. There are many different ideas, although two seem to be cropping up a lot more than others. God of War creator says Sony has response game has will have a response to Xbox Game Pass. There's got to be, man. It's too good of a, you know. I think a lot of people are going to be switching to Xbox because of Xbox Game Pass. And plus, the console's way more powerful, and Xbox is buying all these great development studios, so they're going to be pumping out amazing games. And I'm going to be playing them all because I'm on PC. I'll never have to buy an Xbox again. Yes. They're playing. Okay. The most popular suggestion is Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass may be coming to Switch, and there's plenty to support such hypothesis. It has long been rumored that the Switch Pro will be announced this autumn, and more powerful consoles would likely remove some of the hardware limitations, and that have far prevented many of the titles on Game Pass from being ported to the Switch. This would seemingly suit both parties, enabling Nintendo to launch its rumored new console with a major lineup of titles, and allowing Microsoft to bring its service to a console that sold almost twice as many units as the Xbox One. My question is, if they do this with Nintendo, will they do the same thing with Sony? Or maybe is the blood to, like maybe Nintendo and Microsoft are, I guess they're maybe more happy to work with each other, while Sony and Microsoft have been battling each other for years now. Because I think of Nintendo Switch not even like part of the console wars. They're just like doing their own thing in the corner. But they were very successful this generation with the Switch. The Switch sold way more, as I said, it's way more than the Xbox One. Otherwise, however, are hoping that Halo Mastery will instead be coming to. Okay, so the cat seems out of the bag on Nintendo. This is I guess a leaker. The cat seems to be out of the bag on Nintendo and Xbox. You'll hear more in the fall. Okay. Others, however, are hoping that so if they're gonna make a deal to bring Game Pass to Nintendo, Nintendo has to make in order for this partnership to work, Nintendo has to bring their games to Xbox. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Nintendo guy, but imagine playing, Legend of Zelda. Maybe not every single Nintendo game comes on Game Pass for Xbox. Maybe their older catalog, maybe Skyward Sword, or maybe what was the recent Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild? Maybe that comes on Game Pass. It could be a possibility. Others, however, are hoping that Halo Master Chief will instead be coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Granted, this would be nowhere near as significant as Xbox Game Pass on Switch, although the character is one of the most requested DLC. So if they're partnering with each other, this is gonna happen for sure. If these rumors are true, which seems like they're going to be true, then I honestly I think he's gonna definitely be in. That would be sick. As a DLC fighter for Smash, one of the most notable absentees from the game's roster. Of course, it could be something completely different, or one or two speculating. Nothing at all, with the leaker having accurate predicted to Embracer's Group's acquisition of Gearbox. So, yeah, we did a news story about that a couple of weeks ago, where Embracer Group bought Gearbox, and Final Fantasy Remake appearing on PS Plus. Though mostly them fairly credible resources. If true, this wouldn't be the first time that either of the companies involved has teamed up with a potential rival. Prior to the release of the original Xbox, Microsoft worked closely with Sega during the development of Dreamcast. Because Microsoft brought, I think, what was it? Yeah, Windows SE. And to Dreamcast. Yeah, so and Nintendo's once teamed up with Sony to develop a disc-based version of the SNES. Neither of these partnerships provide to be particularly fruitful. Only time will tell. With this one, we'll be assuming that it's even comes to pass in the first place. Sorry, one second. Okay, so what I could see is, I don't think Xbox really cares where they put their games on. They just want people to subscribe to Game Pass. And the rumor is that the Nintendo Switch 4K, I think that's what they're going to call it, or something like that, like the Pro version of the Switch, is going to be maybe 4K compatible, or like, I think right now it's 720p on just the screen. So it might be like that. And then I think more Xbox One style games will be compatible with the Switch, because right now you can't really play Series X games on the Switch. But Xbox has streamlined their games, so like they've done it so well that they can make a lower version of the game with lower assets, lower graphics, lesser frame rate. So they might be able to make a Switch version of the game, of the next game, because Doom Eternal is on Switch, and Doom Eternal is a very heavily demanding game in terms of graphics, but they're able to bring it down in order to put it on the Switch. So maybe the new Switch will have the new Elder Scrolls. And the only way I see this partnership working is if Nintendo can also put their games on Xbox. That would be incredible. I wouldn't really care as much because I'm not really into Nintendo, but I'm thinking about just overall news in the overall video game landscape. It's gonna be big news. It might just Sony might have a hard time dealing with those two. Thank you guys. This is just a small clip from my podcast, the Roundup, that I do every Thursday at 5 p.m. live on Twitch. I also post the full podcast the day after. So if you want to watch the full podcast, it would be really appreciative. And also, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Twitch. Same name, Cole_Drake41. Instagram, same name. And Twitter, same name. And you guys have an amazing day.